Hello everybody, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz battle, and I am in the French Tier 8 Premium Destroyer, the Terrible, which is a terrible butchering of its name, but butchering French words with my Kiwi accent seems to be a family tradition, which I won't go into. But anyway, if you haven't noticed already, the Terrible was doing 54.7 knots, so I have done full circle on my builds. I went from speed to agility to concealment, slowly, one step at a time, back to speed. Now, the reason I'm playing this is that if anybody's seen my Tashkent video, I did quite badly with the Tashkent when I was playing it like the Minsk, but when I tried to play the Tashkent like the Terrible, it actually works really well. So I thought, what happens if I play the Terrible like the Terrible? So you can see here that I've cut through the cap. So I was in the cap, nearly caught it against that destroyer, but had to cut out. Now, it doesn't seem to have a lot of agility, the Terrible, and it's actually not a lack of agility, it's just because it's going so damn fast. The turning circle's massive. So I am cutting out of here. I've already used my rapid reload in order to try and inflict some punishment on Z23 in the cap. So what am I going to do here is, well, more slashing attacks. He's awfully accurate, that guy, and I'm not nearly as accurate. So we're going to run back into the cap. We'll fire some torpedoes for no real reason than they reload relatively quickly. I have no idea what's over there, but right, let's cause some mayhem while we can. He's turning. So we are in the process of capturing the cap, and then I disappear out of it, which is pretty unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Randomly fired torpedoes do the business. I'm reloaded, ready to go. And well, there's a whole lot of battleships up here. I'm going to put some torpedoes down the let's put some torpedoes. So I put some gunfire down there. Ouch, that hurts. Some torpedoes down beside that island to try and flush them out, force them to actually either retreat or work out their way out of the cap. He's not in the cap, which is nice to see. And we're going to cut around this island and try and draw some of them away from the cap. Get a nice couple of torpedo hits there. Just firing torpedoes into the massive ships. Well, can't complain about that. Now, the problem with French destroyer torpedoes is they have terrible, for long-range torpedoes, they have terrible aiming cones. So we're going to put one in there. We're going to be detected. We are detected. Put one down there, and then we're going to get out of dodge. So we'll get some shots off. Oops, that's not what we want. Oh, and the great thing about the Terrible is it has a third torpedo tube launcher, which we'll just use, well, because why not? So looks like we've got a Bismarck coming our direction. So I'm going to really want to get out of dodge here. He's obviously seen the torpedoes. Well, no, there's a hit and a flood. So, and we'll chuck one final set of torpedoes around the corner, which I sort of regret because we've got this lovely Isimo here, and to be fair, that would have been a much nicer target. Still, well, we get two hits with those torpedoes, so randomly chucked around the corner is just fine. We're going to give ourselves some better angles, and let's just chuck the torpedo straight down the gunja. There we go. He's, oops, we're going to be interfering with our friendly ship. Sorry about that. Yeah, friendly ship's quite damaged and probably didn't really appreciate the loss of mobility. Oh, look at this. Oh, well, we'll chuck him slightly behind on the grounds that he'll probably try and slow and dodge. Put some shots out his direction. And, yeah, well, We've certainly attracted him away from the cap circle. Let me see the Azumos there, 15 seconds until I get my rapid reload. Ouch. Oh, that's nice. One torpedo hit. And some flooding. Probably long heels. Oops. If he was firing HE, he'd be doing a better job of taking me down, but he's not firing HE, so I'm okay with that. And help to clear the Z23 out of the cap. Put some wide angle torpedoes in there, punish him, basically constrain his driving arcs. Oh, he's avoided those torpedoes. Has he seen my torpedoes? Well, who knows? Actually, I think, well, someone got him. And we're just going to use our rapid reload. Basically turns this into an Akazuki, which is 5.5, well actually turns it into one of the fastest firing ships in the game. 5.5 seconds down to 2.75. Now the 5.5 second reload is very slow. 2.75 obviously is just wonderful. Taking the cap again, 29 seconds to go, and I think at this point on 217, 2000 health, no, is that 2071 health, very low health, just keep the distance out. So essentially long range slashing attack, 65,000 worth of damage, and surprisingly enough survived the battle. Got a Nameless Hero award. So yeah, so I have to say that with a speed build it's a lot of fun, but it's going to take a lot of practice to control. Now you'll probably notice that I used HE throughout that battle. That's because, well, there's a lot of concentration at those sorts of speed, making sure that I don't crash into things, because if you crash into things it is actually quite a large target. So 125 main battery hits, 11 torpedo hits, which is nice. Yeah, that is the Terrible used as the Terrible, based on my experience in the Tashkent. Go figure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.